Hello all, my name is Prashnayak and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, in this specific video, we are going to create an end-to-end RAG application with the help of DeepSeek. And this entire DeepSeek will be specifically installed in our local with the help of Ollama. I'm also going to use Ollama embedding and try to show you completely end-to-end like how the vectors is basically created, how you can store that vector even in your local. And the best part is that the accuracy, right? When I specifically chat with that RAG application, it's quite amazing. Okay, so let's go ahead and implement it completely end to end. Step by step, I will be showing you with respect to the coding and all. Performance wise, accuracy wise, this is really, really good. We are able to get a good result out of it. Okay. So let me quickly share my screen. Now, already, if you remember in my previous video, I've discussed about how you can run this particular application with the help of chat, Ollama and all. If you have not seen my previous video, I'd suggest go ahead and see it. But now I'm just going to go ahead and create my RAG div. So let me first of all hide my face so that your focus is completely on this particular page itself. Now quickly, what I will do in requirement.txt, these are the libraries that I'm actually going to use. There is something called as PDF plumber because I need to read from a PDF and I will try to make that a specific data source. Okay. So quickly, let's go ahead and start writing the code. So first of all, I'm just going to import Streamlit as st. Okay. Then, since I'm going to use Streamlit, since I have already imported or installed PDF Plumber, so we definitely require PDF Plumber loader, right? So this will specifically load all the content from a specific PDF. Okay. Then, as soon as we probably load this, then I have to perform a recursive character text splitter. Then once I perform or take this chunk of data and convert that into an embedding, I will store it in a vector store, which is called as in-memory vector store. I don't have to be dependent on any third-party vector stores or in any cloud. Yes, you can also store that in specific cloud, but here I'm just trying to show you an example. So here I'm going to use the in-memory vector store. Now, along with this, what I will actually do is that I will go ahead and write from langchain underscore Ollama, because before we store inside the in-memory vector store, I need to also perform Ollama embeddings, right? So Ollama embedding, what it will do is that it will convert that text into vectors. So this is just like a embedding, which is stored in my local. I've probably installed Ollama in my local itself, and we are going to specifically use that. Okay. Then I will go ahead and write from from langchain underscore core dot prompts. I'm just going to import one more thing which is called as chat prompt template. Okay, so chat message prompt template I will not use, but I'll use chat prompt template so that I can actually fix up my some prompts. One recent thing that I've actually explored in Ollama, which is called as Ollama LLM. Okay, so before we also used to use chat Ollama. So here you will be able to see that we have imported something called as chat Ollama. This is the new thing that I've actually explored recently. So I'll go ahead and write from langchain underscore Ollama dot LLMs import Ollama LLM. Okay, so we are going to specifically use this. You'll be able to understand and all. Now, the next thing that I'm actually going to copy is that, again, I've used DeepSeek and I've also created some kind of styling. Okay, so for the styling purpose, I've used this entire styling so that the background actually looks good with respect to the things that we are basically doing, like when we are creating this entire end-to-end application. Then the next part is that I will just go ahead and create my prompt template. Now inside this prompt template, this is what I'm actually saying. Hey, you are an expert research assistant. Use the provided context to answer the query. If unsure, state that you don't know. Be concise and factual, maximum 2-3 sentences. Okay. So here you will be having the user query, and here you will be basically having the document context. Since in any RAG application that you specifically create, you will be having some kind of document context. Okay. Now, the next thing is that I will go ahead and create this particular folder, document store, because whenever I specifically upload any PDF, it should be available over here, right? The next thing is that you can also upload this in any kind of cloud platforms or S3 bucket. It is up to you. But just to make sure that everything works fine, I will just go ahead and write this. Okay. So now my PDF storage path. So here I'm going to define some constants. This is nothing but document store PDFs. Okay, so this is the path that I'm actually going to do. That basically means whenever we try to upload any PDF, it should be uploaded over here. Then you have this embedding model, where we are going to specifically use Ollama embeddings, and the model will be DeepSeek R1 1.5 billion. And if you remember, in Ollama, we can directly go ahead and install this, right? So I have already installed it. All you have to do is that go ahead in the command prompt and write Ollama run this specific model. Automatically, this will get downloaded, okay? Then, as I said, document vector store DB, I'm going to specifically use in memory. So I'm going to initialize in memory vector store, and inside this, the embedding model will be used nothing but Ollama embedding. Then language model will be Ollama LLM, and I have to just specify my model name, that is this specific model. Okay. Now let's go ahead and discuss the first part. The first part will be that I have to upload the file. Whenever the file is specifically uploaded, we should be able to return that particular file path. Okay. So I will be creating a function which is called as save uploaded file. So as soon as I upload the file, this will basically be the file path. I can open that file path and then we can basically write it. Okay. And then I'm returning the file path over here. So this is the first thing. Then we will try to load the PDF documents. As soon as we upload a file, the next step will be that I will try to load a PDF documents. If you are following my generative AI playlist, guys, I think you should be very much familiar with this. So here we have this PDF plum loader, and then here you have document loader, and we are just writing document loader.load. After that, what we are basically going to do is that I'm going to basically also add chunk documents. So here you have definition chunk documents, your raw documents, recursive character text splitter, chunk size is this. And I've also said that, hey, go ahead and add the starter index is equal to true. Then we are returning the text processor dot split documents on raw documents, whatever raw documents is basically given. So this function is basically for our chunking process. Okay. Now, once we do the chunking, the next thing is that we need to convert that into embedding and store it in our in-memory vector, right? In-memory vector document vector DB. Okay. So for that, I will just go ahead and create another function where I will write definition, index documents. I'm going to give the document chunks, which is coming from here, and it will get added in your document vector store DB, right? This is perfect. Okay. Now, whenever I hit my document vector DB, it should be able to do the similarity search and it should be able to get the context, right? So for that, I will create another function because we need to just link this specific function. See guys, if you're following my generative AI playlist, already I have been explaining all these things, right? So that is the reason I'm writing, copying and pasting the function over here. So here I have created a function which is called as function find related documents. Then it is just going to return the document vector db dot similarity search, which is nothing but it is using a cosine similarity. Okay. And finally, we basically also, once I probably get this particular context, the next thing is that I will just go ahead and make sure to do the chaining and all and get this. Now see, here I have a create function which is called as definition generate answer. Okay. So here we give a user query context documents, right? So we are joining all the context documents, and this context documents will probably come from this particular function, right? Then we have created a chat prompt template with the prompt template. Then this is chaining where we have used conversational prompt and LangChain model. Okay. And then we are doing response underscore chain dot invoke with the user query and the context text, right? That's it. So this is the beautiful thing about this. Now let me quickly go ahead and add some UI configuration. Okay, so this is my generate answer. Now you see how it will be basically getting linked. Okay, so here I have my uploaded PDF file, HTF file loader, select a PDF document for analysis. You can also make it true if you want to give multiple PDFs, but here just for an example, I have made it false. Okay. And finally, let's do one thing. As soon as we upload any PDF, this all functions, whatever we have created, right, that should get executed. Okay. So here, first of all, if uploaded PDF, then first of all, we will go ahead and save the uploaded PDF file, right? Save uploaded PDF file basically means this. That basically means inside this particular folder, it will get saved. Then the next step will be load PDF documents, right? Then chunk documents, then index documents. So this is done till the vector database. Okay. Now user, when it puts an user message, so if the user input is there, it will just go ahead and write this. Then it will analyze the document. It will find the related documents to get the context. And then it will generate the answer, which is interacting with the LLM. And finally, that will get probably displayed in front of it, right? So this is the entire thing. Here we are specifically using this particular LLM model, that is the Ollama LLM model with the DeepSeek R1 1.5 billion, right? Now the next thing is that I will just go ahead and try to execute it. Okay. Now this will be interesting. You see the thing. It is completely open source. Open source basically means in my local, no data is basically being shared, you know, and we'll try to do this. So first of all, I will just go ahead and write conda activate venv. Okay. Then I will just go ahead and write streamlit run rag underscore deep dot py. Okay. So this gets executed. Okay. And till then, I will also show my face, and this is what it is basically getting loaded. The best part is that, guys, I do not have to probably do anything in this, right? So now let's go over here and click on the browse file. Let's see. Okay, here I have uploaded one PDF. So this is the recent batch that we are coming up with, the Ultimate Data Science and Gen AI Bootcamp.pdf. And for this particular batch, here we are teaching data science and all. And this is the course syllabus. Now see, as soon as it uploaded, the Ollama embedding started working. And now I can probably go ahead and ask any question. So I will go ahead and write, what is the prerequisites? I'll just ask this particular question. So in that particular syllabus, we have written some kind of prerequisites. I think we should be able to get the answer. Okay. And see, what are the prerequisites? Analyzing documents. See, that analyzing documents things is basically running over here. And then it should be able to give me the answer. See? Okay, so I need to figure out this. Okay. Or I'll ask still more question. Provide me the detailed syllabus. Provide me the detailed syllabus. So this has actually become my data source, and it is being able to provide me any kind of answers that I require, right? So here you have this entire thing. You can also add chat history. It is up to you. Okay. So here I need to figure out this object-oriented overview, all these things. Okay. So I'll write, can you summarize the entire curriculum? This is really good. And the performance wise, I don't mean performance wise, but the accuracy wise, the kind of content, as soon as I'm writing any answers, it is being able to probably provide you the entire details. That is the best thing, right? So I've given this name as DocuMind AI. Okay. So here Modulate is the foundation of this. The ultimate data science includes projects on deep learning with neural networks, generative AI vector database, everything is there. So I hope you like this particular video. This was it from my side. I will see you all in the next video. All the content, all the code will be given in the description of this particular video. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Take care.